Hello everyone, welcome to my class. In the previous episode, we have discussed about many concepts regarding this chapter production and cost. Yes, so then today we will continue the new topic or the concept of this chapter. In the previous class, we learn about the shapes of short-term cost, right? And today also I am continuing that same part. So here one of the diagram is given here 3.5 figure. Here we can calculate average fixed cost means AFC from TFC curve means total fixed cost. Okay. So in this diagram it tells us that the horizontal straight line. So this cutting the vertical axis at F is the TFC curve means total fixed cost. See here in this diagram horizontal straight line which cuts the vertical axis F. Okay, so vertical axis F. So this has been cut what that is at the TFC curve. So this is what TFC curve. Okay, at Q0 level of output, where is it Q0 level of output? This is what Q0 level of output. Here total fixed cost is equal to, total fixed cost means this one. So TFC is equal to OF. What is this OF? This is what OF. OF is what this is. So here at the what is Q0 level of output? Here TFC is equal to OF. TFC is what? TFC is total fixed cost which is equal to the OF. Okay. At Q0 the corresponding point on the TFC curve is A. See here. Here in this at the TFC curve, so corresponding point is what? A. Let the angle here, this is what angle here, that is AOQ0. This is what the triangle shape you can see here. AOQ0. B, that is what? AFC at Q0. Then we got the triangle shape, this one AOQ. What AOQ0, okay, and it be what we got, and also here the AFC at Q0. Then we can find out that AFC means average fixed cost. So that as you know the formula also AFC is equal to TFC divided by Q means quantity, right? So then what is this TFC? TFC is what according to the formula that is TFC. Actually our need is what, that is to how to find out the AFC. So AFC finding, that is by the way of formula of TFC divided by Q, right? So here what is TFC value? So here what is the TFC? TFC is nothing but AQ0. Okay, here the value of TFC is what? AQ0 in this triangle divided by quantity is what? That is OQ0. Okay, so AQ0 of TFC and OQ0 of output level, then we got that result tan 0. Okay, so this is what in this way we can find out or identify the value of that is AFC or the average fixed cost. Now we will move on to long run cost. In the long run, as you know that all the inputs are what? Variable, and there is no fixed factor, no fixed cost. The total cost and the total variable cost, therefore, it is coincide in the long run. So, total cost TC and total variable cost TVC, both are coincide in the long run. Long run average cost LRAC, which is defined as cost per unit of output. So, what is long run average cost LRAC? That means cost per unit of output. Long run means that is cost per unit of output. That is formula LRAC is equal to TC divided by Q. Total cost divided by Q. Then second one, what about long run marginal cost or LRMC? Long run marginal cost is the change in total cost per unit of change in output. So marginal cost is nothing but it is the change in total cost or TC per unit of change in output, that is called as long run marginal cost. When output changes in discrete units, then if we increase production from Q1 minus 1 to Q1 unit of output, and the marginal cost of producing Q1 unit will be measured as LRMC is equal to TC at Q1 units and TC at Q1 minus 1 unit. That means marginal cost MCN is equal to TCN minus TCN minus 1. In this way we can obtain long run marginal cost or LRMC. Now we move on to shapes of the long run cost curves. So we discuss in the short run cost curves in that shapes also here. Then what about the long run cost curves shapes? IRS means increasing returns to scale, because as you know that returns to scale, this is one of the long run theory. So IRS implies, what does it implies? So IRS implies that if we increase all the inputs by a certain proportion, automatically output also increases by more than the proportion. That means if it is input is doubled, then automatically the output will also faster than double. That means output is more than that double. Okay, that means if it is input rate is high, then output is more than that high of input. So this is what implies IRS, or increasing returns to scale. In other words, to increase output by a certain proportion, inputs need to be increased by less than that proportion. With the input prices given, cost also increases by a lesser proportion. Okay, this is for the increasing returns to scale. So here in this diagram you can observe that long run cost, that is long run average cost as well as long run marginal cost. So these are the two curves we can observe here in this diagram. For example, suppose we want to double the output. To do that, inputs need to be increased but less than double. The cost that the firm incurs to hire those inputs therefore also need to be increased by less than double. Then what is happening to be the average cost here? It must be case that the long as IRS operates, then average cost falls as the firm increases output. That is only we observe in this diagram. Yes, here it is average cost, it is less than the marginal cost. See LRAC and this is LRMC. And regarding the DRS means diminishing returns to scale, which implies that if we want to increase the output by a certain proportion, inputs need to be increased by more than proportion. That means inputs increased but the proportion of output may not be increases. That is what diminishing returns to scale. As a result, cost also increases by more than that proportion. So as long as diminishing returns to scale operates, here the average cost must be rising as a firm increases output. And next one, CRS means constant returns to scale, which implies proportional increase in inputs resulting in a proportional increase in output. That means how much input we used, only that much output we obtain. Okay, if it is for example 50 units of input we used, then result also or output also only 50. So the average cost remain here also constant. Okay, so as long as CRS operates. And it is argued that in a typical firm, IRS is observed at the initial level of production, and this is followed by CRS and afterwards DRS. Means in the initial level we can observe increasing returns to scale, and next followed by constant returns to scale, and finally diminishing returns to scale. Accordingly, the long run average cost curve is a U-shaped curve. So that average cost curve is what? U-shaped curve. Okay students, remaining part we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.